Right. So building some self-control is the hardest thing outside of work, outside of mental health, outside of I shouldn't say outside of. It's outside of these things as in the fact that it encompasses all aspects of you, of your consciousness. And by consciousness, I mean as an organism walking around on this earth with a metabolism, eating thermal caloric units. You run on thermal energy, your metabolism, you're an organism. Your consciousness is only here and time valued for a short while. You're born as you're a little child, things are put into your subconscious. You think the world is one way. As you grow, you see the world is this way, and then you grow a little bit more and you see the world is that way. Different areas of what you perceive get light shed onto them and show things that were once in the dark that you were not aware of. Suddenly, you become aware of something that you did not previously see that was there, but you had to shed light onto it through conscious effort. And that's essentially what our consciousness is. Okay? It's shedding light on certain things as we all travel at our own demographic, at our own speeds, whatever age we are at, and where the world and technology is at. That varies. But the steps and different life patterns through aging are quite similar. Building self-control encompasses most all of what I'm trying to explain with human conscious experience, with our consciousness and our what we call us. When I say, I am GT, okay? Well, am I GT or is this body GT's body? Is my brain inside this body, is that GT, or am I the person choosing the thoughts that this brain is going to think? Is that GT? Okay, so there's multiple levels. You have your thoughts, then your brain, and then your body. Your thoughts that you choose to accept go into your brain and make your brain do something that then forces the body to do and day after day become something. So you can see the long term manifested in the body from the brain and what thoughts up above the brain have chose to accept and enforce on the brain, which is then expressed in the body, in the physical world. We are one of the few creatures that can create our surrounding through what we've imagined, whether we're choosing to be in control of our imagination and directing it to a purpose, or we're choosing to relax and not do anything with our imagination, and it can paint a horrific nightmare. Or we can use our imagination to paint a beautiful masterpiece. We're one of the very few creatures that can do this. There's self-control in a few realms. Self-control in money psychology. Did you grow up with money? Did you grow up poor? When you get money, do you like to spend it quickly because that's what money's for spending? Or is money for security and holding on to, saving, and knowing that you got something in case you get a flat tire, or in case that car that you know is not going to last forever breaks down and you need a new one without knowing that you need a new one right away? Another realm, the body. What do you know about your digestive system? What do you know about your organs? What do you know about what to feed this body? Do you know how to push this body? Do you know how to build it up? Most of us can tear it down pretty easy by just making it do nothing day after day after day. Building self-control in the realm of the mind. Can I make myself think and accept only what I choose to think and accept? Because we become what we think about. Whatever we think about, we become. You don't need to go to college to learn any of these crazy things. If you just spend your day, your waking hours, thinking about that thing and thinking about that thing and thinking about that thing, you will become what you think about. It's the oldest, most plain, strangest secret on earth is the fact that we become what we're thinking about. If we're thinking about we can get stronger, eventually others around us will begin to look at us funny and weird and different, because unknown to us, we're slowly becoming stronger and they're seeing it. And it is weird to have people stare at you, especially when you've never had that happen before. But we do become what we think about. The fourth category, building self-control, is with relationships to others. Being kind to others, being kind to ourselves. It's hard to be kind to yourself and be kind to others if you're constantly up and down fluxing. The first thing I would say is cut the sugars. Cut anything white. The breads, pastas, cookies, cakes, waffles, all of those things drive your hormones up when you eat it, and an hour later, crash when you don't. That's part of digestion and body, but relationships are absolutely affected by what we put in our mouth. If our tongue is in control, we need to break our tongue. Our mind needs to be in control of what goes on here and where this tongue is leading us throughout the repetition of day after day after day of our life. Because each day is just a compound of our life. So if we can't change one day, we can't change our life at all. And that's the best way to understand the perception of the past, perception of the future. It is all wrapped up as a gift in the present. And that's just today. That's the only thing. All right. I hope with some of this, you can take some notes, watch it again, build some self-control in these areas that we lack, that I lack, and hope that helps. Peace.